Let me ask you something. How many times have you wanted to say something in English, but you stopped yourself? How many times have you had the words in your head, but your mouth refused to open? How many times have you stayed silent in a meeting, in a conversation, in a moment that could have changed your life because you were afraid of making a mistake? If you were watching this video right now, I know exactly how you feel, because millions of people around the world feel the same way. They study English for years. They know the grammar. They understand the vocabulary. But when it is time to speak, something holds them back. And today, I want to talk to you about that something. I want to help you understand what is really stopping you. And more importantly, I want to give you the mindset shift that will change everything. So stay with me. This might be the most important video you watch this year. Chapter 1. The Real Problem. Let me tell you a story. There was a young woman named Elif. She lived in a small city. She studied English in school for 8 years. 8 years! She could read English books. She could understand English movies without subtitles. She could write emails in perfect English. But when a tourist stopped her on the street and asked for directions, she froze. Her heart started beating fast. Her face turned red. She opened her mouth, but nothing came out. The tourist smiled, said no problem, and walked away. Elif went home that night and cried. Not because she did not know English. She knew English very well. She cried because she felt like a failure. She felt like all those years of studying meant nothing. Does this story sound familiar to you? Here is the truth that nobody tells you. The problem is not your English. The problem has never been your English. The problem is your fear. The problem is the voice inside your head that says, you are not good enough. People will laugh at you. You will embarrass yourself. That voice is a liar. And today, we are going to silence that voice together.
Chapter 2. Why Fear Controls You. Let me explain something about how your brain works. This is very important. Your brain has one main job. It wants to keep you safe. That is it. Your brain does not care about your dreams. It does not care about your career goals. It does not care about your desire to travel the world and speak English fluently. Your brain only cares about one thing, keeping you alive and away from danger. And here is the problem. Your brain sees embarrassment as danger. When you think about speaking English and making a mistake, your brain reacts the same way it would react if you saw a snake on the ground. It triggers fear. It triggers anxiety. It tells you to run. It tells you to stay quiet. It tells you to stay safe. But here's what you need to understand. Making a mistake in English is not dangerous. Nobody has ever died from mispronouncing a word. Nobody has ever been seriously hurt because they used the wrong tense. Your brain is trying to protect you from something that cannot actually hurt you. Once you understand this, everything changes. Fear is not a stop sign. Fear is just your brain doing its old job, and you have the power to overrule it. You have the power to say, "Thank you, brain, for trying to protect me, but I am safe. I can speak, and I will speak."
Chapter 3. The world has changed. Now, let me talk about something that is happening right now in the world. And this is why this video is more important than ever. We are living in a time of incredible change. Artificial intelligence is transforming every industry. Remote work has connected people from different countries. The global economy is more connected than at any point in human history. And what is the language that connects all of these things? English. Right now, in this very moment, someone in Tokyo is having a video call with someone in Berlin. They are speaking English. Someone in Istanbul is applying for a remote job at a company in New York. The application is in English.
Someone in Sao Paulo is watching an online course from a university in London. The course is in English. English is no longer just a school subject. English is the operating system of the modern world. And here is what I want you to understand. In this new world, the people who succeed are not the people with perfect English. They are the people who are brave enough to use their English. There is a huge difference. I have seen people with basic English get amazing jobs because they spoke with confidence. And I have seen people with advanced English miss incredible opportunities because they were too afraid to open their mouths. Confidence beats perfection every single time.
Chapter 4. The Perfection Trap. This brings me to one of the most dangerous traps in language learning. I call it the perfection trap. The perfection trap works like this. You tell yourself, I will start speaking English when my English is perfect. I will start having conversations when I stop making mistakes. I will apply for that job when my grammar is flawless. Do you see the problem? That day will never come, because even native English speakers make mistakes. Even native speakers forget words sometimes. Even native speakers use incorrect grammar in casual conversations. Perfection does not exist in any language, not even in your mother tongue. Think about it. When you speak in your native language, do you always use perfect grammar? Do you always find the right word immediately? Of course not. Sometimes you stumble. Sometimes you say or Sometimes you start a sentence and then change direction in the middle. And nobody cares. Nobody judges you for it, because communication is not about perfection. Communication is about connection. When you speak English, the person listening to you does not have a grammar checklist in their hand. They are not counting your mistakes. They are trying to understand your message. They are trying to connect with you. And if your message gets across, you have succeeded. Period. Let me say that again because it is so important. If your message gets across, you have succeeded. Not if your grammar was perfect, not if your pronunciation was flawless, not if you used advanced vocabulary. If the other person understood what you meant, you communicated successfully. That is the only standard that matters in real life.
Chapter 5. The 1% Rule. Now, I want to share a concept with you that has helped millions of people achieve their goals. It is called the 1% Rule. The idea is simple. You do not need to make a huge change today. You do not need to wake up tomorrow and suddenly be fluent in English. All you need to do is get 1% better every day. 1%. That's it. What does 1% look like in English learning? It looks like learning one new word today. Just one. Not 50, not 100. One word that you will actually remember and use. It looks like speaking one sentence out loud. Not a whole speech, just one sentence. Say it to yourself in the mirror. Say it to your pet. Say it to the wall. It does not matter who hears it. What matters is that your mouth practiced forming English words. It looks like listening to 1 minute of English. Not a 2-hour movie, just 1 minute, a short video, a small part of a podcast, a single voice message from an English-speaking friend. These things seem small, and they are small. That's the whole point. They are so small that you cannot fail. They are so small that fear does not have time to stop you. They are so small that you can do them even on your worst day. But here's the magic. 1% improvement every day means you will be 37 times better at the end of 1 year. 37 times. That is not a motivational exaggeration. That is actual mathematics. Small steps every day. That's the secret that most people will never understand.
Chapter 6. Your environment is everything.
Let me ask you another question. What language does your phone speak? Right now, take out your phone and look at the language settings. Is it in your native language? If it is, change it to English right now before this video ends. Why? Because your environment shapes your behavior. If you are surrounded by English, you will think in English. If you think in English, you will speak in English more naturally. Here are some simple changes you can make today. Change your phone language to English. Change your social media language to English. Follow English-speaking accounts on social media. Listen to English music and try to understand the lyrics. Watch English videos with English subtitles, not subtitles in your own language. These are not study methods, these are lifestyle changes. And lifestyle changes are more powerful than any textbook or course in the world. Think about children. How do children learn their first language? Do they sit in a classroom with a grammar book? No. They are surrounded by the language. They hear it everywhere. They see it everywhere. And slowly, naturally, without stress, they absorb it. You can create the same environment for yourself. You are just one decision away from surrounding yourself with English. And that decision will accelerate your progress more than you can imagine.
Chapter 7. The AI Advantage. Now let me talk about something exciting, something that makes this the best time in history to learn English. Artificial intelligence. 10 years ago, if you wanted to practice speaking English, you needed to find a native speaker. You needed to schedule a time. You needed to pay for a tutor. And honestly, you needed courage. A lot of courage. Today, you can practice speaking English with AI tools at 3 in the morning in your pajamas. No judgment, no embarrassment, no pressure. You can ask an AI to have a conversation with you about any topic. You can ask it to correct your grammar gently. You can ask it to explain a word you do not understand. You can ask it to speak slower. You can ask it to repeat something 10 times, and it will never get tired or impatient. This is revolutionary. This changes everything. But here is what I want you to remember. AI is a tool. It is an incredible tool, but it is not a replacement for real human communication. Use AI to practice. Use AI to build your confidence. Use AI to prepare. But then go out into the real world and talk to real people. That is where the real magic happens. AI can help you get ready, but life happens in real conversations with real human beings.
Chapter 8. What successful English learners do differently. I have met thousands of English learners in my life, and I have noticed something interesting. The people who become fluent do not necessarily study more. They do not necessarily have more talent. They do not necessarily live in English-speaking countries. The people who become fluent do 3 things differently. Number 1. They speak from day one. They do not wait until they are ready. They do not wait until they feel confident. They start speaking immediately, even if they can only say 5 words. They understand that speaking is not the result of learning. Speaking is part of learning. Number 2. They make friends with mistakes. When they say something wrong, they do not feel ashamed. They laugh, they learn, they move on. They treat every mistake as a free lesson because that is exactly what a mistake is. It is a lesson that life gives you for free. Number 3. They are consistent. They do not study English for 10 hours one day and then disappear for 3 weeks. They do a little bit every single day, rain or shine, busy or free, motivated or not motivated. They show up every single day. These 3 habits are more powerful than any expensive course, any fancy app, or any secret method. Speak early, love your mistakes, be consistent. That is the formula. And I want to add something important here. Many of you are afraid of speaking because you think people will judge your accent. Let me tell you something. Your accent is beautiful. Your accent tells the world that you speak more than one language. Your accent is proof of your courage, your intelligence, and your hard work. Never be ashamed of your accent. Be proud of it. The world does not need more people who sound the same. The world needs more people who have something important to say. And you do. You have important things to say, so say them in your accent, in your own voice, in your own way.
Chapter 9. A Message from Your Future Self. I want you to close your eyes for a moment, just for a few seconds. I want you to imagine yourself 1 year from now. You are sitting in a meeting, and someone asks for your opinion. You open your mouth, and the words come out. Not perfectly, but clearly, confidently. People listen. People nod. People respect what you have to say. Or imagine this. You are traveling in a new country. You walk into a coffee shop. You order in English. You make small talk with the barista. You laugh together about something. It is easy. It is natural. It feels like breathing. Or imagine this. You get an email. It is a job offer, an international company, a better salary, a bigger opportunity. And you got it because you were brave enough to speak English in the interview. That person in your imagination, that is you. That is not a fantasy. That is your future if you decide today that you are done being afraid. Your future self is looking back at this moment right now, and your future self is saying, "Thank you. Thank you for being brave. Thank you for not giving up. Thank you for pressing play on this video and deciding that today is the day everything changes." Chapter 10. Your Action Plan. Okay, enough motivation. Let us get practical. I want to give you a simple action plan that you can start today, not tomorrow, not next week, today. Step 1. Record yourself speaking English for 60 seconds. Talk about anything. Your day, your favorite food, your dreams. It does not matter what you talk about. Just record yourself. Then listen to it. Do not judge yourself. Just listen. This is your starting point. Step 2. Find one person to practice with. It can be a friend who is also learning English. It can be someone online. It can be an AI conversation partner. Just find someone and have a conversation. Even 5 minutes is enough. Step 3. Consume one piece of English content every day. A video, a podcast, an article, a song, something you actually enjoy, not something boring, something that makes you forget you are learning. Step 4. Write down 3 new words every day. But don't just write the translation. Write an example sentence. Use the word in context. This is how your brain remembers. Step 5. Celebrate your progress. Every week, look back and notice how far you have come. Did you learn a new expression? Celebrate. Did you understand a joke in English? Celebrate. Did you have a conversation that lasted 30 seconds longer than last time? Celebrate. Progress is progress, no matter how small, and you deserve to feel proud of yourself for every single step forward. Before I end this video, I want to say something directly to you. I know it's hard. I know there are days when you feel like you're not making progress. I know there are moments when you want to quit. I know there are times when you compare yourself to others and feel like you're falling behind. But I want you to know something. You are not behind. You are exactly where you need to be. Every person's journey is different. Some people learn faster, some people learn slower. It doesn't matter. What matters is that you keep going. The fact that you're watching this video right now tells me something about you. It tells me that you care. It tells me that you have a dream. It tells me that somewhere inside you there's a fire that hasn't gone out. Do not let that fire die. Speak even when your voice shakes. Try even when you're not sure. Show up even when you don't feel ready.
Because one day, you'll look back at this moment and realize that this was the turning point. This was the day you decided to stop being afraid and start being brave. English is not just a language, it's a door. And on the other side of that door is a bigger life. A life with more opportunities, more connections, more adventures, and more freedom. You have the key. All you have to do is turn it. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. And thank you for being brave enough to learn. I believe in you. Now go out there and speak. I'll see you in the next video.